Good morning and welcome to my channel. My name is Manuela and today we'll be doing a Hatha yoga flow. So for today is very much coming back to ourselves and we will be staying in each position for a bit longer. So I invite you to come back to your breath and ease into that position thanks to your breathing. The breath that I usually will recommend to is to practice the Ujjayi breath whenever we're in a position. Ujjayi breath is when we create that sound of ocean by blocking the back of our throat and slowing down both inhales and exhales, but here's very key to slow down the exhales and to calm our nervous system. So we won't be doing a very dynamic flow today. It's more of awareness of each pose and each asana and looking after our alignment and connecting it with our breath. We will be coming into our down dog and it might be helpful to have both the blocks with you because there will be some poses where maybe they will be of a great support. Let's press back, exhale into our first down dog. We're going to ground our hands in our mat, bend our knees generously, and we connect here with our breath. I invite you to do the sound of ocean with your throat. If it's within your practice and you feel comfortable, I also invite you to close your eyes. On the next inhale, we bring our right leg all the way to the front, in between our hands. And from here, we lift up into a high lunge. But we won't be going too deep. Actually, we're going to shorten our stand, bringing our hands to our hips. And here we're going to opening up our hips facing the side of our mat, extending our front leg, and keeping our back foot 90 degrees angle. So it's actually parallel to the back side of our mat. And from here we're going into our Trikonasana pose. Inhale, extend your arms straight front and behind you. And here's as if someone is pulling us from the front and we lower down our hand wherever it reaches. So you can either bring it on top of your shin, so below your knee, or on top of your knee. I wouldn't recommend to put it exactly on your knee. And we extend our left arm all the way to the ceiling. Here, if that is too hard, you can also grab a block and you can help yourself with the block inside your right leg. And we come back to our breath. I will guide you a little bit through the alignments. So imagine as if you have a wall in front of you and behind you, and you try to be fully aligned with your whole body. So ideally, and what I invite you is to push a bit more backwards with your left shoulder to really opening up your chest and looking up to the ceiling. We press and we keep our hips nice and straight. And what I mean by that is not that I let my left hip fall forward, actually I press it backwards and I engage my right glute as well. So really open your chest and come back to your breath. On the next inhale, rise back up, strong legs. And here we're going to shorten even further our stand and we rotate our back foot slightly more inwards. And we shift both hips now facing forward. We can widen and bring it further apart our legs, so it's like a bit easier to press our left hip forward and our right hip backwards, and a bit more aligned. And here we're going into our pyramid pose. So we're gonna initiate the forward motion through our sternum. So really making sure that our back is straight and our hips are pushing backwards. And I kind of like tilt my hips backwards, like up, like arching almost my back. And wherever you are, feel free to grab again your blocks for support. And you can frame the front foot with the blocks, and really make sure your back is straight. You press your right hip backwards and your left hip forward. You can also bring your hand on top of your lower back to see how are you aligned. And then once you find the right position, with your breath, just slowly melt forward, and you should feel it on your right hamstring. Come back to your breath. I invite you to do the Ujjayi breath. Inhale, raise back up. And we're going to do the revolved pyramid pose. So from here, we grab one block and we're bringing it on the outside edge of our right foot. And we press into that block. So before, what helps me at least, before I was arching my lower back, or like I was trying to push my hips up to the ceiling. This time, I tuck my tailbone under and I help myself to rotate. Maybe even by shorten a little bit further the stand. So I'm like this, I tuck my tailbone under and I reach for that twist. With the right arm all the way up to the ceiling and your left hand either on the block or the ankle or the shin. And we come into that nice twist, engaging our legs, coming back to our breath. Inhale, come back to the front. From here, we lengthen or we spread further away our legs from each other. Inhale, rise up. High lunge, opening up into warrior one. Hands behind your back. In and interlace your fingers, and we're going into humble warrior one. So inhale, come forward, bend your front leg, and bring all your hands and your arms above you. Inhale, come back up. Release your hands. Back to high lunge. Exhale, lower down. Frame your front foot with your hands. Press back into down dog. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So inhale, right leg up. Bring the left leg up, sorry. Bring all the way to the front. Shorten your stand. And we're gonna opening up into our Trikonasana pose. So our back foot, 9 degrees or a little bit inwards, wherever feels best. Make sure they are aligned. Arms long on the side of your body. And as if someone is pulling you from the front, slowly melt down and bring your left hand wherever it feels right for you, and your right hand on top. Make sure here you're opening up your chest. Your wall, your imaginary wall in front and behind you, that you're fully aligned. If within your practice you have like variations that you want to integrate, please feel free to do so. Come back to your breath in Ujjayi. Inhale, come back up, raise to the front, and we're going into our pyramid pose. So we bring our back foot further more to the right of our left foot. So we are opening up our stand a bit more hip distance, and we rotate our back foot a bit more towards the front by making sure that our hips are facing the front of our mat. From here, both legs are extended, and we drive the forward fold with our sternum, arching slightly our back, pressing our left hip backwards and our right hip forward. And wherever you're at, grab your blocks and let yourself melt forward. You should feel it on the back of your left leg, on the hamstrings. Guide your pose and your asana through your breath. Close your eyes. On the next inhale, come back up. And then from here, we bring our right arm on the left side of our left foot, and we're coming into our reversed pyramid pose. So we're gonna extend our left arm all the way up to the ceiling and really feeling that nice twist on our lower back. As I said before, for me it's easier when I tuck my tailbone under instead of arching. Pressing really strongly into the mat with my front foot. On the next inhale, look forward, back to center, and release. From here, we come all the way up. And we go into our humble warrior one pose by interlacing our fingers behind our back. So bend your front foot and melt forward with your chest, bringing your hands towards the ceiling. Strong back leg. On the next inhale, come back up, release your hands, and all the way to the front. Inhale, hands up to the sky, Tadasana. Exhale, lower down, and we meet on a seated position. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you feel grounded. I hope you're connected with your breath, with your body, and your body awareness is more present than 15 minutes ago. If you enjoyed this flow, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope we will be practicing soon again.